So this, people, is the wonderful test plot. If you're not familiar, go back and check the video when I basically came back here and I aerated this whole entire lawn. I went ahead and applied some seed. I applied a starter fertilizer back here. It had never been aerated, never been dethatched. None of that stuff has never been done back here. The only thing I've been doing is just fertilizing it and cutting it. But this time I decided to get up some of that dead grass that was sitting on top of the soil. And this is what it looks like. So the lawn does look good. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the good spots and the bad spots. I'm just gonna be honest. We're dealing with like a 97% good spots, 3% bad spots. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So this back here is only the bad spots of the lawn. You can kind of see where the turf looked like it just stops, right? You got a bunch of bald little spots right back in here. Okay? The reason why those bald spots is there is because of these. It's not getting any type of sunlight at all. Any type. So what I'm going to do to those trees back there in a couple of months, as soon as all of the leaves fall down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut those limbs so I can be able to get some sunlight back there. It's been like that for a while, but I am going to cut those limbs and kind of get rid of some of those limbs so we can get some sunlight down in there. Now, of course, as soon as some of these leaves fall off of these trees, we'll get some sunlight back here. We do have bluegrass in this lawn, so in the springtime, some of that bluegrass is going to kind of get work in some of these areas. The one thing that's probably going to work back here first is going to be some Polo annua. I already know it. I had a video a while ago, I think it was maybe like a year ago. I had some that was over here that I came and dug out with a shovel, and I had some in this area where I was hand pulling it. So I did get it before it seeded, but I'm pretty sure that some of that stuff is probably going to grow in this area. I'm already prepared for it. I know what's going to happen. So, but I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all, because when it comes up, I'm just going to pull it up and then go on about my business. So this is another spot right here. Why this spot did not germinate like how I thought it was, I have no idea. But this is the only spot, this little area, this little area, that little area, that little bitty spot right there. Look like we have some wild violet and some clovers over here, but all of this stuff is really like in this area. This is not in my test plot. I got some Polo right there. I'm gonna just go ahead and wipe all of this stuff out. I'm gonna kill all of this stuff so that this stuff doesn't kind of protrude over here. You already seeing that the violets is trying to creep over this way. So I'm gonna make sure that I take care of that with an application. I'll do some triad on that, or I may do some turfline ester on that. Go ahead and take care of those weeds. But we do have a lot of Polo. We have some Polo. See this light green? That's pretty much about it. So basically what we have is this. We've got a lot of dark green grass. You've got some Polo that's trying to creep over. It's on the domination line. You've got a couple of spots right there, 1, 2, 3. You've got some weeds that are trying to grow in. I'm gonna take care of that. And then you got some bald spots that are back there. And it's back there because they're not getting any sunlight back there. They just stay shaded. Once again, the seed that I had put back here was Columbia seed. It had turf type tall fescue and 15% bluegrass, blue devil bluegrass. That's the kind of bluegrass that was going in this particular lawn. And it is mighty dark, y'all. It is good and dark. Good and dark. Oh, and while I'm at it, this is the fertilizer that I'm going to put on it to basically put it to bed. This is a 10-0-0, 10% nitrogen, 0% phosphorus, 0% potassium. Look at all of that good stuff. 9.98 cent ammoniacal nitrogen. Woo-wee. It's got some calcium in it, magnesium, sulfur, which is good, and it's got some iron and some chelated iron, or chelated iron, however you all want to pronounce it. It also has some humic acid in it as well. This is just overall just a great fertilizer. So let me go ahead and tell you all this. I don't know if you all have been paying attention from the beginning of the year when I started putting fertilizers back here. The only thing that I've been putting back here is Hybrids fertilizer. I did the one that didn't have any phosphorus in it. I did the summer one, I think it's a 5-8-14. And then I'm doing this one right here, the 10-0-0. These are the only fertilizers that I put back here on this test plot. Now, yeah, we do got new grass back here. We do. We have new grass, and new grass is going to perform the way that it's supposed to be. But as far as that particular fertilizer, man, if y'all don't know anything about hybrids, y'all slipping, man. Now, let me go ahead and share with you. I cut this at 3 3/4. I normally, whenever I'm going into the winter time, I'll cut my fescue at 3 1/2. That's where I leave it at. I don't go anything below it. I know some people do. I like the way mine looks at 3 3/4 and 3 1/2 going into the winter time. I don't go any lower than that or any higher than that, and it looks great. Another thing, man, if y'all don't know anything about that spiker spreader, boy, y'all missing out. Y'all see I went over it 4 times. I went down, and I do have a video that shows you how to fertilize. Make sure you check out that video. I went down, and then I came back, and I was throwing back to my previous tar marks. I went down again, and then I came back. 4 passes with this thing. This is 2,000 square foot. Fertilizer is gone. And no, I ain't getting nothing from that company. I'm just putting it in there because that's a bad spreader. If you know, you know. I showed you the trouble spots. I show you the good spots. I show you where the weeds are, and I'm going to take care of those weeds. I'm going to either use Turfline Ester. I may use Triad to go ahead and take care of that. And I'm going to actually pull up that Polo annual. It's not that much. I'm going to pull that up. I'm not going to spray anything on it. I'm gonna just pull that joker up. But if you want to do exactly what I did, go back and go look at that video that I did. I show you exactly what I did as far as dethatching it, cleaning up the mess, and aeration, seeding, fertilizing. Yes, this grass did pout. Bluegrass does pout, but this is only 15% bluegrass, but the tall fescue was acting like it was bluegrass. But I didn't worry, because you know a lot of you all will do that. Sometimes the grass will grow over here and it'll grow over there, and it's not growing in this area. What's the first thing you do? Go grab more seed. I just trusted the process. I left that seed exactly where it was, and it came up. So this is what it looks like. We're going to see how it's going to grow going into the winter time and how it's going to come out in the springtime. I'll let you all know. I'll update you. Make sure that you follow me so you can see those updates. And if you have any comments or anything, leave them in the comment section. Y'all know I answer all of my comments. But that's about it, you all. Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here because I'm hungry and mosquitoes are trying to bite me. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. Just know that we working.